dropped the hammer. He just dropped the pass. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Second down following the run. Now a handoff here to his running back. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The offensive line and its ability to open holes in this defensive front, something they were confident they could create in this game. Got the job done there, picked up the first.
And something they wanted to do. Have we ever met offensive linemen that don't want to fire out and hit people? I mean, they love the running game. Guys want to do that. And when you emphasize it, practice it, and work on it, that gives you an opportunity during the game.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way down to the 5. Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
And now a first down following that long gain. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Forced out to his left. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a second and goal.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
To throw here. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Their big tight end. His third touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point attempt to come here. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go. 3-19.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. 2nd down now after the pass completion. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. The former Clemson Tiger, Sharon Peak, was the target. 3rd down here.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
And they'll run it here. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Now let's go. 3-19. Left back 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun now on third down. Surveying the field. Escaping the pressure right. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks, because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Raiders have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's brought down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
It's a gain of 14 there, and the Raiders are going to have a first down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot. Anytime a ball is thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
They'll come out in the pistol.
All right, here we go. All right, now, look at Detroit. Detroit. Watch it. Over.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking for the end zone. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking of future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team. Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Amerson. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Shift together here from the D-line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And with the play clock running out, Jack Del Rio's going to take a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Here we go.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Now on fourth down, Jack Del Rio's going to send on the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. Well, their offense has struggled for sure, but they get the field goal here and at least get on the board before half.
And that's not something we should underestimate, because just getting points on the board can sometimes have a settling effect on a team. Helps them start their comeback.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jihad Ward, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. Out of the gun now on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
And I think the end result, knocking the ball away, was a product of understanding where they were on the field, understanding how many yards they needed to pick up the first down, and tightening their coverage accordingly. Gave them no gaps, no spaces, no real air in which to catch the football, and end up making a really nice play.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll come out in the pistol. They're going to try and throw. Wide open receiver complete. 26 yards on the play there. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Let's go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete.
In most pass defenses, the guy playing safety has the ability to roam free and try and go to the football. But when you're in man, you've got to cover just like a guy playing out on the corner. Lock up on the receiver and go to the football. That's exactly what he did, batting that one away.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Here we go now.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
They were full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
A really nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
No, Jack, Patrick, here we go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Love the run right there. And when you analyzed him coming out of college, when you tried to put a grade on him, you saw the flashes while he was in school, but you didn't see the full production. You didn't see the finished product. He's a little bit raw, but you can see why people liked him. Those types of runs make you think there's plenty more there, and we'll see if that continues for him.
Here we go now. 3-19.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Well, Coach has always talked about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
From the 4-yard line, it's 1st and goal now. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
2nd and goal, but still a decent chunk of yardage here. They're on the 8. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. That's caught at the 3. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Point after here coming up. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back.
Here we go now.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Their dangerous wide receiver with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. Took him less time than that to get the top speed and complete that play.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
Let's see if they can disrupt it here. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Tight right. All right, here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Green 39. Green 39.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Michael Bannon in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by David Amerson. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here.
Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw here. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
His throw incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Five yards to gain here on third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. He's got the size, the hands.
The speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
He's going to go up top for the end zone. My word, it'll be nothing short of a monstrous loss on the play. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. And they're going to speed things up here. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are back within a score. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now the 49er offense ready to go and getting back out onto the field. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action.
And he loses the football the second time. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
He'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eli Harold. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
There's no doubt that his size is a factor, but I've seen a lot of big running backs in the league not have that kind of impact because they don't run like a big back should. Get behind their pads, as they like to say, lower center of gravity, and knock people backwards. Sometimes they run too upright and take too many hits. Not this guy. He knows how to get low, break tackles, and gain additional yardage.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on them. And I think the ball's out. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Going right side here, and that's complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Fresh set of downs here. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
But he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A very solid gain of 27. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Going to give this time to the tailback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When you got a big guy like that in your backfield who runs as a big man and breaks tackles, it is paramount for a defense to have extra defenders in his vicinity at all times. Because you got to figure he's going to break through the first guy. You're going to need tacklers 2, 3, 4 in order to get him down. Because if you don't, he can continue to run and run it really, really well.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mario Edwards in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now they'll run it on the toss. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And now here come the Raiders. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go. Let's go.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. No. Detroit. Let's go. Green 30.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Naturally, we're going to say it was a poor pass, but the defensive guys say it was just a great play by them. They broke on the football, picked it off, and gave some momentum to their team.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
Here we go. Back nine up, Philly. Here we go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Lynch in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Aaron Lynch in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Here's Marquette King now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 15. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
They go play action here on first down. And some space here. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock.
Here we go. Blue, 90. Over. Back 99. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. 3-9.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The whole group of Raiders there that time helped bring him down.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz.
Gun.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They come up in an offset eye. And on the ground they go with the running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. A man 49er fans are certainly familiar with. Alden Smith there to make the tackle. And this seemingly endless drive continues.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Watching now, Barney. No. Check.
Back to throw. This will be caught at about the 3. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and 5. Timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Niners, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. And we'll get ready for the trek back to the city as we say so long from Santa Clara.
Oh, what a great city it is. We're going to have a blast tonight.